Good morning, everyone. This is Lisa DeToffel with Relationship Connections, and I have a guest with me today on the hot seat. This is Jeanette Martin. Hi, Jeanette. How are you this morning?
Good morning from the west coast of Canada.
Awesome. So, just tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what your business is, and what you do.
Well, my name is Jeanette Y. Martin, and many people ask me, why do you put the Y in there? And it's like, why not? It's my middle initial. It's because there's a number of different Jeanette Martins out there in the world. So how do you differentiate yourself? You put your middle initial. I live in a small farm just by the U.S. border in a town called Aldergrove, which is part of the township of Langley. My company is MYBC Consulting, and you just heard me say I live in British Columbia. You would think it might stand for My British Columbia. No, it stands for Move Your Bum Chum Consulting. And that's because, Lisa, you don't do anything in this life unless you move your bum chum. So that's the name of my company. And I help people utilize social media to apply a lifting up to what they do with a unique program and building relationships authentically using social media. So that's what I do, and I love it.
Why did you start this business? What led you to your business?
Well, I am not young. I'm in my mid-50s, and I worked for big box retail all my life. And way back in 1983, I was on the trajectory to be a chef. I was going to culinary school to become a chef. My dad's the chef, so it felt natural for me to go into to become a chef as well. And at the same time, I was going to be a plus-size model. I was in the mid 80s, fashion for the plus size lady kind of came into be. They realized we were another part of the market and we had money. And I went to modeling school on the weekends and graduated with a bunch of size 2s and size 3s at this very famous modeling school here in Vancouver, and saw what retail was all about when I was doing the shows. And a couple of the places that I did modeling for said, hey, Jeanette, you're so personable. Why don't you come and work for us? And when I saw that first get to know a customer and really satisfy them and build that relationship with them in a holistic way, not in a schmarmy way, you got to buy it. I'm like, wow, I really love this. And it started me on my career of choosing to be in customer service professional. And that led me to work for some of the big companies in Canada, and also they have locations in the United States, like Staples and Starbucks and Reitman's Delmies, which is a large clothing company up here. So I got into business. Well, when I hit 50, it was like, okay, what am I going to do for the rest of my working career? I know. I'd love to start a company where I can take my big box thinking down to the small box or the small retailer with whatever I've known and do that. And that's in April 1st, 2014 is when I started my own company, MYBC Consulting.
Awesome. Do you love what you do?
Oh, I love it more so today than yesterday, and I'm sure than the day, but than tomorrow. I do. I really love this human connection, and I come by it honestly. I'm the middle child of a blended family. My dad had 4 kids. In 1969, met a lady that had 3 kids. And we blended together as a family. And I'm the middle child of 7 of a blended family. So I learned compromise and collaboration and communication and community. And that just so mirrors what I do in my business. And I love it. And I love thinking about other people and how I can connect them up to make their life better. So yeah, I love what I do. And now since this last year, Lisa, I met you in this last year.
Like yes, you did.
Like how cool is that? So yes, absolutely, I love what I do.
So what are your thoughts around, speaking of this last year and everyone going through the pandemic? What are your thoughts around how this will progress in the future?
The pandemic or our lessons learned?
Lessons learned and working in the virtual world.
Well, I think it's here to stay. I think let's just say it's got its Oscar, uh, or its Golden Globe, or it's got its award, because people have recognized how wherever you are, you can help when you embrace technology. And like, I'm in my home kitchen in my small cottage. I do have a beautiful office in a city beside where I live. Though I can pick up my computer, I can pick up my tablet, my phone, and I can do business wherever and be able to help. So I think our time has been honored with the world in order to keep this world afloat. I think the hybrid event is going to happen where you and I could be in a room, but we can collaborate, very comfortably now if we had 3 people on a screen sitting beside us, and it would be quote unquote normal, or quote unquote thank you for having this ability to affect everybody of my team that's all over the world, plus the person that's sitting in front of you. So yeah, I think it's here to stay. Yeah.
And do you see businesses growing in this new normal, virtual normal?
When they embrace the technology as well as embrace the humanity that's in front of the screen. I think that's where this is the year of. Last year was a year of adapting to this technology and adapting how you could do the workaround. This year, it's remembering the humanity in front of the screen. So I think yes, that's where small businesses are gonna have to remember, because when they put out their marketing or put out a post or want to connect with someone, it's not a one-way street. They have to remember the engagement. They have to remember, I've been doing a lot of talks in this last month, and you were privy to one at a group that we belong together about emojis are people too. Is I don't have the words to exchange, but I can tell you, way to go, Lisa, or I can tell you, oh, I love what you put out there, or I can tell you, no, that stinks, or I'll give you a thumbs down, and recognize that a human being did that. A human being read your post, read what you put out there to the world, and went, oh, I'm going to pick up my hand, that subconscious that connected to somehow in my emotional being, and exchanged and gave you some emotion. And that's how we're going to get the motion in our business, is recognizing that humanity. And what we put out there is for us to be not recognized, to know that we have a value, but it's what we put out there is for the gift for the receiver. So
Absolutely.
that's when small businesses embrace that, because the customers are coming here. They're coming to
Yes.
this. They're coming here. They may not be
Your
coming to your
screen.
store. Yeah, they're coming to your
Absolutely.
screen.
Absolutely. Well, how can people get in contact with you if they're interested in interacting or learning more about what you do?
Well, I have 2 different websites, mybcconsulting.com. Also, moveyourbumchum.com goes over to my website. I am on all the social media platforms. So my Lifting Up program, Lisa, stands for LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm on those 4 major platforms. The I stands for intentions. Get your intentions straight before you get onto social media, people. What networks do you belong to help you, to lift you up, to get your goals in life? So they can visit my website. MYBC Consulting is on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Love to connect. Love to serve up your story, help you serve up your story out to the world.
That is so awesome. And yes, you're such a people person. Just from the short time that we have known each other. Yes, I have learned that from you. You're definitely a people person.
Absolutely. Yeah. Isn't it better to be a people person than a people pleaser?
Yes, absolutely. Because
Yes.
through your connection with those people, you can learn how you can benefit from being connected, not necessarily please each other, but there's many different ways you can benefit from being connected.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
never know what that connection or where that connection can lead you.
Absolutely. And your behavior in front of your keyboard will will dictate your success in life out there right now.
Yes, absolutely. And being in front of your audience is the most
Yes.
important place to be.
Yes.
You know who you are, how you can help them, and why you're the best person to connect with. Why you are different. What differentiates you from others that do what you do.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to give an analogy. When we get to a certain point in life, we tend to teach in analogies because it helps people to kind of pop into that analogy. The analogy that I'm giving lately about those emojis. So Lisa, you've just done a beautiful video like you've done like today. You've interviewed me. You've put me on we're both up on the stage. We're on the stage and we have all your followers, all the members of this group. Okay. They're all sitting out there out in the audience. And they're listening and they're like, wow, and they're engaged and they're like, wow, I have no emotion, or like I have no words right now because I'm not allowed to say anything right now because I'm in the audience. You know, when the speaker's speaking, I'm in the audience. You're supposed to be quiet. You know, you whisper to your person beside you. But at the end, what we can do, what happens when the audience to the speaker afterwards, they go, yay, they clap for you, right?
Yes.
Well, no, on LinkedIn, you get the little clappy one. But on most times on Facebook, it's like they give you thumbs up. So envision your audience out there and those people that stood up and gave you a thumbs up is like they clapped for what you put out there. Now, think about that person is so moved. They'll probably want to make their way through the audience to come and meet you. They'll be the first ones in line at a meet and greet because you spurred them. So, hey guys, little word of wisdom, start answering those people. Start engaging with those people that give you a thumbs up.
Even if it's a simple thank you.
Yes.
For giving me the thumbs up. That can
Yes.
go a long way.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. The powerful. Thank you. Never, Philippa, no more thanks. Taking thanks out of, no. Thank you. My life mission, Lisa, is bringing the you back to thank you.
Yes, that's a very good mission to have. I want to thank you, Jeanette, for being here and in the hot seat with me today and sharing
so welcome.
yourself, your business, and your story with us. And so I'm going to move on to just a few announcements for the group. If you want to stay, that's fine. If you need to go ahead and go, that's fine as well.
I would love to listen to your announcements, Lisa.
Awesome. Thank you. I just want to let everyone know, if you want to reach out and connect with Jeanette, put that in the comments under this video. She'll be more than happy to have a conversation with you or schedule a time to talk with you. And next week, on Thursday morning at 10 a.m., we will get back to our regular schedule next week. And I appreciate y'all being patient with me since I had to reschedule this week. But next Thursday morning at 10 a.m. will be our next hot seat. So I'll see everybody in the group. I love how y'all are all commenting on the questions that I'm posting in the group. You're doing awesome. Continue to do that. And have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye now.